Hey everyone, Jim Phoenix here, and we got an exciting show coming at you. We've got The Thing. I think that's John Carpenter or so, I don't know. And we've got Wednesday. What are we doing Wednesday? Is today Wednesday? Today is Wednesday. Oh my God. Oh, no. The TV show Wednesday. And Deadstream? That's not an Italian. What's Deadstream? I don't know. Well, we got all this and more in the next Streamin Demons. Hit it. Oh God. Okay, we're back. We're live. Okay. Hey everyone, how you doing? Whew, that was a weird thing. We had Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving or Merry Christmas Thanksgiving. What do you guys have over there?
Over where?
Over there.
Michigan?
In Michigan? Mish I Am. I loved him in Outcast. Mish I Am.
I think you're very mistaken.
No, that's something else. All right, today we have a special guest. Yay, we have a special guest. So let me introduce everyone. Box, say hello.
Hi, I'm not the special guest.
You could be. You're special.
You could be.
Oh, I hear another voice. Is that, I believe the name is called Titties.
See,
Hollow Titties.
I knew the T and the T is going to confuse him.
It's Titties, right?
Titties.
You know what? I will take it. I will go with it.
Titties
TT
Hallows.
Hallows here. Thank you so much for having me. Great to be here.
First time on a podcast and you get called Titties.
First time on a podcast and already breaking my cherry in the best of ways.
I don't have my glasses on. It looks like titties on my screen. I'm so sorry.
You're an old man. Jim,
I am an old man. Okay, sorry. Double T. T square. Oh my God, T square. We have Court Square. We have T square. Oh boy.
You know what? T Square Hallows. I kind of like that. It's kind of got a ring to it.
That's a great rap name.
It's a great hand sanitizer name as well.
Do you use
Look
hand
over,
sanitizer?
guys. I'm just going to start cleaning everybody's hands. Here we go.
Please do. We need it.
Hands? Is it only hands? Because you know what you do with that.
I don't know if I want to sanitize anything else other than hands.
Good answer. Yeah. Very good answer.
Your hands. That's Wu-Tang. Actually, the Wu-Tang Clan did make hand sanitizer for Ottawa. Yeah, it was awesome. All right.
So, this episode is not sponsored by
Wu-Tang hand sanitizer. Hand clan?
Clanitizer.
My God, am I Kanye? I'm a hand clan. You know, it's like a Ku Klux Klan.
No, where's my kazoo?
There's no kazoo here. Oh,
there it is.
Fine, whatever. All right. So, for those of you who are brand new to Streamin Demons, welcome.
We're sorry. We're so sorry.
We already lasted in the first 3 minutes. It's fine. But it's kind of like the wedding song, something borrowed, something new, something old, something blues, something, and then we keep moving on from there, right? So, if you know anything about me, you know I'm a very lazy person. I can't be bothered doing anything, and that means we always let our special guest go first. So, T Squared Hallows, if that is your real name, what movie got?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say it is a pen name.
Real name
will stay. Real name will stay secret for now, but it is John Carpenter's The Thing, 1982. Ooh. So, in celebration of its 40-year anniversary and getting into the holiday season, getting into the cold season. Also, was very surprised. Did not see you guys have covered this one yet, so I figured I had to do this one.
Perfect.
Yeah. What year is that?
1982. Yep.
So how many years was that already?
40 years. 40-year anniversary.
40?
So you were like 12 at the time, Jim?
I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't born until 89.
No one was born. Only dinosaurs star in this.
I actually didn't come across this movie until, I want to say, maybe it was like around 10 or 11 years old is when I first came across this one.
10 or 11?
10 or 11. I was actually, believe it or not, I was exposed to horror films at a pretty young age. I think my first horror film was 6 years old. John Carpenter's Halloween.
But,
well, that's a good one to start out with.
It was, and it was actually on Halloween night with my father. I will never forget that night.
Nice.
But it was my segue into horror films and to John Carpenter. So he was the one that really exposed me to it. And I gotta say, the thing is, I'm a huge die-hard Halloween fan.
Wait, what thing?
1982 is The Thing.
No,
John Carpenter's.
What you said the thing is, which thing you're talking about?
The thing is about John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, the thing about John Carpenter, yes.
It's John Carpenter's thing. Yes, it's his
thing.
Yes.
It is his masterpiece.
Sandy King in this.
It's his thing. It's got the Wu-Tang hand sanitizer for his thing. That's how you clean it.
It's got Sandry, Jesus. It's got Sandy King Carpenter for Storm King Productions.
No.
If you know who
Storm King.
No, it's his wife, Sandy.
Really?
Yeah, we're friend of the show. We've anyways.
Okay.
Boy, some of us actually listened to our podcast before. That's
well,
fine.
Some of us don't even know what our podcast is called, so I don't know.
Yeah, this one is not me. I know that you're talking about yourself, but it's not my fault for the Buffy one. I don't remember recording any of those. Not my fault.
Fair enough. So if let's say I'm
going back to the thing.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Thanks.
Yes.
So say I'm so new to horror and because this is a classic.
It is.
Explain it to me. Like what happens in the movie?
All right. So with John Carpenter's The Thing, personally, I also, just to say, I think it's his masterpiece. I do.
Cool.
But so pretty much the premise follows a group of men in a research facility outpost in Antarctica in the year 1982. And they are exposed to an alien parasite that...
Oh, really?
Just keep going. Just keep going.
An alien parasite
That's weird.
Has the ability to essentially copy and shapeshift into these people. It is really the way it just starts off is it really just captivates you in from the very get-go, because it starts off with a helicopter chase with this dog, and you pretty much have no idea what's going on. And once the film pretty much starts, it doesn't stop. I think the pacing with this movie is phenomenal. And
that's the thing about films. Once they start, they keep going until they're done.
I don't know. I've seen some that have gone backwards. I think so.
Just kind of like stop.
I will agree with Boss. There's some that are just maybe
Slender Man. Slender Man had like stop time. I feel like
I'm thinking of Spoon Man. What's Slender Man? That's not the Soundgarden song, is it?
The Slender Man we watched together, and
did we really?
Yes, we did, for the thing with Evie, and it was rough.
So I know we did the thing. See, T Squared, you said we never did a thing, but we did a thing with Slender Man.
No, it was a podcast.
Oh, the podcast.
Anyway,
so we're doing a movie thing now.
I know
the dog turns into a helicopter.
I know my mom cannot watch this movie because it is too scary. It is too scary.
Yeah, it is.
This was one that really messed with me as a kid, for sure. And to this day, I actually ended up watching this again last night just for shits and gigs. And the practical effects of this movie still to this day hold up. I feel it's the golden standard. That and American Werewolf in London's werewolf transformation scene for me are like the golden standards when it comes to practical effects for horror films, and they still live up to this day. One scene that really stood out to me that lasted with me was the spoilers really quickly, everybody, for those who haven't seen it.
In 40 years. The what?
If nobody hasn't seen the head spider. The head spider that happens.
Oh, see, mine was the stomach chomp.
Ooh, yes.
Stomach chomp got me.
That there's not a lot of jump scares in the movie, and I'm not a big fan of jump scares, but the very few that they do, they are so effective. Like the stomach chomp or the blood test. Mm-hmm. Just when the blood spurts out, not even expecting it, and then it just scared the shit out of me. Wasn't expecting it.
Yes, it's really good, like you said, with its pacing and with knowing how to present horror and tension. You know, he's a master at that. He really is.
Really is. He really is. And I think one thing that really ultimately sticks with this film that makes it so just such a classic today is its relevance that it still has in today's society. I mean, you can think about this invading parasite invading this body, taking over, you know, these people around dying, causing this mistrust with everybody. You look at the pandemic that just recently happened,
Fake
how much
news.
mistrust.
Oh, jeez.
Fake news.
But anything that happens with that, you know, you can look into the relevance with that. The mistrust that just kind of happened with society and people just staying away from everybody, just very much similar to The Thing, how there was this mistrust with everybody and this fear of, oh, I can't trust this person next to me, so I'm gonna. And what's even more terrible is they are secluded in this area. Like it's such a secluded area that you have nowhere to go. So it's like, fuck. What do? I can't trust this person next to me. I can't trust this person next to me. I have nowhere to fucking go. That's terrifying to me. Terrifying.
You know what? I don't think that's realistic, though. Last couple of years, I don't think anyone's ever been secluded in an area they can't get out of with people they can't trust. I don't think. No? Too close to the truth?
China? Have you
Canada
seen
had
China
a lockdown.
building?
Well, yeah, China has now.
Has the building the like those like containers to put people in?
Those are called houses. It's called houses.
Gosh. No,
containers that people go into are called houses.
No. You've not seen on like
I'm not saying anything because I don't want to say we're a sponsor.
Allegedly. So yeah, honestly, I was always surprised at
Samsung.
Like that more horror movies are not based honestly in like Antarctica, because you are so isolated. Like they have to stay there for 6 months. Like they cannot leave. They cannot get outside.
And then you end up finding out that the nearest outpost of the movie is like over 100 miles away still from them. Like, and the only way to get there is by a helicopter, which ends up getting broken down. So then you're really stuck, and they have to wait that 6 months for the reliefment team.
Exactly.
Ugh. That's just terrifying.
It's terrifying. Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying he can escape from New York, but he can't escape from the Arctic? That's so bizarre. I don't buy that.
New York is different. New York is different. It's a lot.
He can escape from New York and LA, but not Antarctica.
The Arctic goes so much. Like, oh, the coast by coast.
Zing.
It just stayed on the continental U.S.
All right.
But it's also like 30 days of it's also like 30 days of night too. The isolation there with those vampires. Oh.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes back to that, right? I do love. That's based off of the comic book series.
That's really probably one of my favorite vampire movies ever. It's
Lost Boys. You're right.
Lost Boys is top 3 for me for vampire films. Top 3.
And we're doing all these isolation things, and you got The Thing, and it's cold outside, and it's actually a really good winter movie.
It is a good winter movie.
You're all snowed in. It's one that I usually go through every winter. Every winter without fail, I always go through this one.
Now, have you seen the remake?
The prequel?
Oh, it was a prequel? I have no idea.
It was like a prequel to it. It follows the Norwegian team before, so you can actually watch them both in succession. And I actually do recommend doing that. For anybody that hasn't done that and you're listening, I do recommend doing that because it will make for a better experience with the first film.
Cool.
Not the first film. I'm sorry. The prequel film. Let me rephrase. With the prequel film. But yes, I have seen the prequel. It adds a couple new elements to it that I enjoy. For example, you end up finding out that the Thing cannot replicate inanimate material.
Oh.
So it cannot replicate a Baby Yoda toy.
No.
It cannot replicate.
If it could, it'll make so much money. Be like
right there.
Was it all in Norwegian? I hope it was all in Norwegian.
It is
Norwegian?
Not. No, they actually do have some actors, though. There is one actor who does speak Norwegian throughout the whole thing, which is cool. And it's actually, come to find out, that actor, it's not the same actor, but that character is the same character that you find at the very beginning of the John Carpenter's film in the helicopter. He's the one that's shooting at the dog.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
So,
All right.
and the attention to detail, actually, sorry, really quickly, the attention to detail that the prequel does do for John Carpenter's The Thing, like the placements and the chaos that happens when they actually go and explore the Norwegian camp after everything's gone down, they really did pay attention to detail to John Carpenter's version. The only thing I don't like about it, the god-awful CGI. Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
It didn't age well.
It should have been didn't age well. CGI.
It aged better than I did. I mean, we're both 40.
CGI? No, he's talking CGI. CGI
after
is,
E, except for after C. Yes, I know my grammar rules.
CGI never ages, and it never looks great. I mean, very, very few times it looks great.
What's disappointing is they actually filmed the whole movie with practical effects, and then at the last minute, the studio was like, nah, fuck this. We want to do computer CGI instead. And so last minute, they did CGI.
Boo.
Yes.
Boo-erns.
Practical effects over CGI any day.
I don't like that, yes. I agree, 100% I agree.
Yeah,
all right, so my question was, because John Carpenter has done, this is something I don't know offhand. So John Carpenter has done so much of his own music in his films. Do you know if he did the music for that as well, or
he did
okay,
actually?
Perfect.
Yes. And that was another thing I was going to say that this film does really well is the music and just the audio design in this movie, phenomenal. Like just the crunching of the bones and like
good Foley work.
Oh, it's so good. And the music though, there's this, what I find really great about the score and why it works so well is there's nothing that's really overly done with the music. It's not a big triumphant score. You don't have huge horns blaring or anything like that. It's very subtle, it's very somber, but it adds to that seclusion and that captivity. So it really just blends it in so well.
He's a master at that too.
He really is. I guess there's a funny story where in the original Halloween, they did a screening for it and nobody was scared because there was no music yet. He goes in and does the music. He tells them, I want to do it myself. I want to do the score. Resubmits it. The music completely changed the whole tone of the film.
Oh, absolutely. Music has such an incredible influence on pretty much anything, especially film, but
except for Halloween 3.
No, Chariot of the Pumpkins is great.
Ding, ding, ding.
Chariot.
No, it's like the any key thing, man. It's just hitting back and forth.
No,
the Halloween original one is I don't remember at all the thing. I don't remember the thing even having music. So there's music in the thing.
It's very light. Like I said, it's very light. It's very somber. It's more just like dramatic tones is what it seems like. It's just very dramatic tones.
Just kind of like scatting the whole time. Just keep bop, 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 bop.
Now, if that was in there, that would make for a great movie.
It was very scary. Very scary. All right.
Wait. Is this about the Thing? You're talking about the Thing?
Yes.
Like the Fantastic Four movie. It's the first Fantastic Four movie. I can't say that.
Like in Wednesday.
Could you imagine though the Thing if that was the actual creature in John Carpenter's The Thing was
this clobbering time. Where's that Escape from New York guy?
Oh, I want to see a remake of John Carpenter's The Thing with Fantastic Four's The Thing as the creature. Yep.
I'll watch that prequel. You know what? Only if Chris Evans comes back as Human Torch.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Wearing Captain American shield. I think we have to go full circle on that one. All right. So what do you give The Thing, if that is his real name?
I am going to give John Carpenter's The Thing. I'm going to give it 5 Cthulhus. I got to give it 5 Cthulhus.
Oh my God.
5 out of 5 Cthulhus. I honestly, that was another reason why I went back to watch it last night to see if there really is anything that I can just kind of pick apart, dissect, and be like, no. I can't. I think it's John.
Yes.
It is. It fires on all cylinders. It hits every beat for me. It's just out of everything that he's done, I really do feel this is his masterpiece for sure.
That is amazing, then. Well, you know what? I I'm not following that. I ain't following.
I might have had the top ratings tonight. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. As Bach says, I give out ratings like candy.
Yes, you do. You really do.
Like poison lace, razor braided candy. Razor braided?
I will say the rating that you gave the last drive-in, what was it, a bajillion Cthulhu's?
Yes, a bajillion of bajillions.
Accurate rating. Rating.
We are not going to talk about Halloween ends. We're going to go right to mine.
I mean, we could talk about it.
Nope.
What's yours? What's yours, Box? I'm not following this. What's yours?
Thank you. So my review is Deadstream, which
is what?
Deadstream. See, you're Megadeth beer.
Megadeth beer.
And it's
Simple. I got any of that Megadeth beer again, man. Did we get that sponsorship yet from them? I don't think so, man. See what you just did? You woke up the beast. Now I have to put him back to sleep with some beer. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
so you go for it.
Thank you. All right, so I watched Deadstream.
Oh yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, I knew that was.
Is that Boxy?
Hey.
Hey, Box. What's up, man?
Hey. What up?
Hey. You get that beer I sent you? I'm just joking. You don't get no beer. Come on. I can't send beer to wet Detroit.
I got the flaming bag of shit, but
the flaming bag of shit. I didn't think it'd come from California for you.
Billy Madison
I'm just
style?
kidding, man.
All right,
I'm gonna go find that beer.
Yeah, go find that beer. I'm gonna talk about Deadstream.
Come on, Baby Yoda. Sorry about that.
So this review is a bit of like 2 reviews in one, but let me explain.
Okay.
So I watched Deadstream with a little bit of trepidation because the premise sounded very, very similar.
Are you dating them now?
What?
Is that their Tinder name? A little bit of trepidation?
No.
Who'd you watch it with? You said you watched it with somebody.
No, I didn't. I said I watched Deadstream with trepidation.
Right. Who'd you watch it with trepidation? Is that like a new person you're dating?
Anyway, so...
Are you not going to talk about them? Okay, whatever.
The premise sounded
whatever.
Very
I didn't bring up your
similar
date. You brought up your date, Box, not me.
Film Quest's Best Assembled Cast winner, #Chad Gets the Axe, which is another streaming horror comedy. So
Chad gets the this is called Deadstream.
Right. But I just recently watched Chad Gets the Axe. So I was kind of worried.
Wait, why are you worried? Are they the same movie?
I thought no, because I really like Chad Gets the Axe. So thought,
why aren't you doing that one? Why are you doing that? My God.
Because Chad Gets the Axe has not been picked up by anybody yet. Once they
the
are,
axe is on the ground?
The axe is on the ground because they're only at a film festival. So I'm waiting for them to be picked up.
Why can't you just what?
Anyway,
we can change this right now.
No,
people can find it somewhere.
We'll do it. We'll do a 2 for 2 for
you
1.
Think my movies are real? I make them up. Come on.
You made Wednesday up? This is a lie? Oh my God. Thursday. I watched 3 episodes, man.
I do pull that over. I mean, I think Pussy Chunks was the #1 film in Korea.
It was really. I went there to Korea and they told me that it was.
Yeah,
anyway, okay, so like I said, it's a 2 in 1 because I was watching this through the lens of me really liking Chad Gets the Axe. Hashtag Chad Gets the Axe.
It's called hashtag?
Yes.
Hashtag Gets the Axe.
Chad Gets the Axe. So they're both streaming movies. And
you said one's not streaming. You said one's at a convention only. Is it streaming or a convention? Oh my God, it's a streaming convention. That's the Box taking off. Like,
I'm out of here.
We have the cave now.
So, anyway, in Deadstream.
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 Deadstream. That's the remix
of It is on Shudder. It is exclusively on Shudder. You can go look at it.
Oh,
Chad Gets the Axe. Shudder at Shudder.com. Chad Gets the Axe is not anywhere yet. So, Tubi. That's your hint. Go pick them up. Or even Shudder. Tubi. Shudder.
They're like, dude, we want to be on Shudder. What the hell?
Yeah, go pick them up. Anyway, so I thought it might be very similar. I was happy that It had similar premise, yes, but
Right.
it was 2 very different movies.
Well,
And,
they are different movies.
yes.
They're different
They are.
names.
Well, I know that. But
What?
whereas Chad Gets the X has a lot of characters in it, they're all, like, streaming people. This only has 1 person.
What? Wait, they're
And
streaming people? What's a streaming people?
you know, people who stream, like
Oh, like
influencers.
streamers? Like,
Influencers.
oh!
Influencers, and
Shit, I tell you, like, you know, streaming people, I'm like, well, like, Streamin Demons? Or like, what? Oh, I forgot
no, like,
that is the Screamin
people
Demons, my bad.
people who are, like, basically on fake YouTube, like, you know,
On
YouTube
fake
You
YouTube?
know, the famous TikTokers and
Yeah,
YouTubers
stuff like
nowadays.
that, but they don't, like, literally call them
Oh.
YouTubers. But anyway, so
Content creators.
Content creators, thank you.
Content creators.
Content
in air
creators.
quotes.
Yes.
So these are well, and they do create I mean, we create content.
We
Anyway,
do.
we do. So
You guys do, I don't know.
so so instead of having a whole big kind of cast of people, it was really on Joseph Winter's shoulders. Now he's also the writer and one of the writers and one of the
Not
directors.
Joseph Winters. Edgar Winter's brother?
Joseph Winter.
Edgar Winter's brother.
I
From
don't
Bill and
think...
Silent Bob. No, wait, Bill and Ted.
No, I don't think so. But I gotta say, he actually does really carry it very well, because it's hard to act alone for so long and try to be entertaining.
Right? It's like doing a podcast.
It's like doing a podcast with
Hey,
your
Box,
co-host constantly stopping you.
Who cares? What?
So he's actually very entertaining to watch. He was very funny. There was a lot of points that you could tell, and I guess this is one of my criticism, is that you could tell that with the change of cameras that you could tell, like, it was edited, so you could see, like...
Edited the movie? Those bastards.
Well, when it's supposed to be a live stream, it should not be edited.
From a streaming point of view.
Yes.
Oh, you said streamers. I think it's like the things like confetti and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh,
old man paper and stuff. I'm like, it's a movie about streamers, like a party?
So whereas Chad Gets the Axe, it was one continual movie. Now there were different people, and you could kind of go through different characters of where they were at, what they were doing at certain times, but it was never like you could tell it was, you know, quote unquote edited, even though obviously it was, because it's a movie. You could tell that this one had to be, because there was times that he would pause, it would go into the history of the house.
Mm-hmm.
It would go into different camera angles, things like that. So that made it less immersive than, say, Chad Gets the Axe, which was you constantly saw their followers saying things in the background. You constantly, so it felt like you were part of that stream, whereas this one you felt more like you were a person watching a movie about a streamer.
You're a person.
I am a person, but I also want to pretend like I'm watching somebody go to their death, even though it's not real.
Yeah. Pretend. I want to pretend that too. No, wait, what? This is pretend, all right? It's not. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Box ran away.
She did. Did we lose her?
That's okay. Box, if you're there.
Lose them. Anyway.
Box, if you're there, walk
towards... My apologies.
All right, I'm here.
Walk towards the light.
I'm here. I got here by my 0 shoes.
Oh, there you go.
See, if you had 0 shoes on, you wouldn't need to go towards light. You'd be running the speed of light. That's SEROSHOES. I can't spell. If you can spell 0 shoes, you can wear them.
All right, be quiet. Now I'm talking about my streaming movies.
Your streaming movies.
My streaming.
Plural.
My streamers. I don't know what I was talking about.
Pinatas.
Anyway, so yes, so when you're going through like the history of the house and things like that, like you would pause to do that. Now, I think as horror people.
As what? As
horror people.
Horror people.
We enjoy to watch mysteries unfold. You know, and that's part of like why we like to watch horror. It's like, oh, what happened here? Somebody died. Well, why did they die? Oh, there's a key box. We have to look into the thing. Oh, there's a finger. That's interesting. Whatever. You know, like.
Is it? Is it
It
really?
is in this movie. It is in this
A
movie.
finger's interesting to you? Really?
It was in this movie. The nose picking wasn't interesting to me. I did not like the nose picking
Yes.
Did they pick one
in
out?
Deadstream.
I
She
just don't like
picked
seeing
twice.
nose picking in
I just
general.
didn't understand why. I didn't
Right?
understand why. I thought it was going to come back in a big way, and it did not. And so
It's kind of visual like that, yeah.
I did like the crotch biting. I did like the crotch bite. That was funny. I did laugh out loud for the crotch bite because it was so unexpected.
It was.
And honestly, this movie had good gore. Deadstream had good gore. It was funny. Like,
had Al Gore.
But I feel like there was a lot of tonal things that, because at first I was like, is this supposed to be, because Chad Gets the Axe is played very straight.
Right.
Here's these annoying people going into this haunted house. They're not all annoying, but Chad is definitely annoying. But they're going into this haunted house, and then bad things start happening. Now we have to figure out why these things are happening and what's going on. And it's played very straight, and it has a very big social commentary about it. I kind of thought that going into this, and then when it became nose picking and crotch biting, I'm like, oh, no. That's not what this movie is. This is more.
It felt very slapstick.
It becomes very slapstick.
Oh,
it
you've seen this movie too?
Out.
Man, am I the only one not seeing this movie?
It doesn't start out slapstick, but it becomes very slapstick once the ghost shows her presence.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes very Evil Dead.
It does.
Which
Hands
again,
down, 100%.
Which again, I don't mind. I just was not expecting.
Julie from California? I
did enjoy also too. I'm just gonna say this real quick, that the music in it was diegetic. I really liked that he had a cassette tape that would play like what he called John Carpenter, like
Sean Carpenter's Halloween.
Yes, I enjoyed that every time he played it. It was very enjoyable.
I remember a time you got upset when I used the word diegetic.
I did not. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Or is that Pain? Someone did.
I think that was Pain.
Maybe.
Unless you used it as a weird thing.
As a weird thing? I never used it.
Know.
We're talking about the thing,
hand sanitizer was in Deadstream, and I thought of you. I thought of you, Jim.
He did have hand sanitizer.
He did, and everybody was saying, "No, don't."
Wait, did they really use it that way?
Not that way, but he used it for an open wound.
Like, I'm gonna sue you guys. I understand that, right? Like, that's it. You fuckers took my life.
So, all in all, both of them are two different streaming type movies. I enjoyed them both very thoroughly, so I have realized that my niche that I really enjoy is watching these found footage of streamers going into haunted houses.
Dude, okay. You know what? That's my jam too. Honest to God. I will watch that because they're usually cheaply made.
I have fun with them too. Like, have you seen Hell House LLC?
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
And I love it. I love it.
Good.
The sequel was kind of like good.
How many do they have of those now? Like 3 or 4 sequels of that now?
3. I think 3. But this was that, and Hell House LLC was played very straight.
Okay, so that's straight, and this one's not then.
This one is bonkers.
Okay.
Like I said, nose picking, crotch biting ghosts.
Which
I will say, I will agree with Box. There's one thing that did kind of take me out of it just a little bit, and it's when it does get into that Evil Dead feeling, because it's very much you can tell that these filmmakers were huge fans. They take a lot of influence from that, but there's parts in his acting where it is very over the top. Like his screaming is as funny as it can be. It's very over the top. And you can tell like a lot of it is kind of like poking fun at some of the YouTube influencers that have come out.
Very much. And it does become genuine as it goes on.
Genuine.
Same as like Chad Gets the Axe. If you want something that's more serious, I would, and more maybe of a social commentary and a more of a actually scarier and spookier, like atmospheric movie, I would say go for Chad Gets the Axe once it gets
Cool.
released. If you want something that is kind of like more bonkers, that is gonna be kind of like a fun movie night
That you
to
could watch right
watch.
now.
Yeah, that you can watch right now on Shudder.
That's
Uh,
available.
I 100% say go to Shudder, get a Shudder, subscription. It's way worth it if you like horror.
Highly recommend Shudder as well. I've had it
Yeah.
for a few years now, and it's top notch. And what is it, like $5 a month to stream?
It's beyond cheap.
It's so
At this
cheap.
point, though.
And they have so many things. They have really good original stuff. And
Like
it's
Last
really
Drive-In of Joe Bob Briggs.
right.
I was gonna say,
Absolutely.
it
And
just
that
for
pays
that
for itself.
alone, just
It pays for
exactly. The Last Drive-In for itself pays for itself.
And
Yeah.
it has I love also Giallo. It's got shit tons of Giallo on there.
I saw The Last Matinee on there. Oh my goodness. Such a great Giallo.
Yes.
That sounds familiar. Giallo.
But it's like gelato, but with blood and razors. Anyway, so I'm gonna actually, since I'm doing kind of a twofer, I'm gonna rate. And see, Deadstream, I don't like the name, but I'm gonna that's okay. Regardless, I'm gonna say Deadstream is 4 and hashtag Chad Gets the Axe at 4.5.
Wow, a 4 and a 4.5.
Yes, I enjoy them. Like I said, I've found a niche that I really enjoy, and it's
That's
streaming
amazing.
horror comedies.
I love streaming horrors.
It's fun.
Oh, is it horror? Oh, I'm so sorry.
I gotta say, I gotta agree with Box on the rating as well.
It's fun. It's solid.
Have you actually seen the new VHS movie? 90, was it 99?
99? I have not, because I stopped watching the VHS movies because they started getting weird.
So you should check it out. You should check it out just for the last segment, because the filmmakers of Deadstream did the last segment for the newest VHS.
Perfect. All right.
And
That's great.
It is hilarious.
And again, like I said, Joseph Winter really carried it, because it is hard to act with yourself. Like it is really difficult to do. And until the ghost shows up, he is doing all that acting on his own. And props to him for doing that, because that's a hard job to do. And he does it.
The ghost is actually in, or the actress who plays the ghost in Deadstream is in VHS 99 in his
And
section.
she was great too. She was
awesome, and she's even better in his segment. So if you haven't watched it, just for that segment alone, just watch it for that.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, titties. Jim.
So I'm gonna say really quickly, you know what's funny about that titties comment? I've had some coworkers and friends actually say, that you might get it mistaken for titties now. Just saying.
Might be. Yeah,
who doesn't like titties? Who doesn't like titties?
Who doesn't appreciate titties?
Yeah. We used to say that in a place I probably shouldn't talk about, but that's exactly it. Always be tits. Everyone's fun to see them. All right, so I can. Not that I can follow that. I have to follow it. And dang nabbit, I've got the brand new?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah.
I've got Wednesday.
Ooh.
Wednesday's Child is full of woe.
I've got Wednesday, and it is from Netflix, which is weird. It's fine. I get it. Netflix got some stuff coming out. They put some money into things, and some things stick and some things don't, and some things stick until they don't. And this one in particular, I think is about time Wednesday had a centric TV show. Like it's going to have a very strong heroine. Unlike the Sex Pistols, which had a very strong heroine. This is a different type of movie because it's got someone who's wearing like makeup. Well, that's goth. Is Wednesday goth?
I have feelings, but continue.
You have feelings?
I have feelings.
What you're saying is what you're putting down for us is this is not the Christina Ricci Wednesday that we love.
Honestly, the actress, and I forget her name, Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
You forgot Jenna Ortega's name?
Jenna. I forgot Jenna. Yes, but Ms. Ortega. She does a phenomenal job. She does. She carries the show 100%.
She's the titular character.
She is. She is
see.
Wednesday.
I bring back tits.
Titular, yes.
Titular.
But
and it comes full circle.
I have feelings. I got real feelings. But go on.
Wait. You got real feelings?
I have not had a chance to see this show yet, so I am curious to hear the feelings.
Oh yeah, I am curious to hear the feelings too, because all I know, I didn't know that non-binary people had feelings until like 2 weeks ago. All right.
No, you didn't know that they had birthdays.
They have birthdays, you didn't know that feelings. What the
and
shit?
That they're people.
Oh my god, I don't know. I think you're lying about some of this box. I don't think. You know what? I try to think, but nothing happens. No, I know that Wednesday's a great show. That's all I know. I'm not going to give my rating yet. I'm talking about it. I will set the stage this way. Wednesday is so powerful for me. It had me at the opening scene. The Nancy Reagan school.
Yeah,
and the very horrific Nancy Reagan bust that has no eyes.
That sounds horrifying.
It is, yeah.
That was funny. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. If I stopped watching right there, I would still think highly of the show. I know
give these ratings out like candy.
I give these ratings like earn candy. Like you have to. I give these ratings out like Malcolm X gave out beatings.
So
where's my kazoo?
I'm listening to his autobiography, read by James Fishburne. Jesus, Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh my God, where is my kazoo?
Brother James. I got some. Yeah, I can't get kicked out of Twitter no more. So whatever.
Yeah.
No. Apparently, I can do whatever I want now. No, I've got some theories about Malcolm X's autobiography and Star Wars. I got some theories about this stuff. That actually lines up, but it's not the podcast where I understand. I'll talk about
no. Talk on Wade's podcast.
Wade, invite me in. Is that the name of my podcast? Invite me in? Shit, something I think that is.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I finally got my podcast name right.
But not with Wade. That's not the one with Wade.
Not with Wade. I will now, swim faster? I can't wait. I don't know. But for this one, for Wednesday, I'll read off the IMDb. Here we go. Follow Wednesday Addams' years, plural, as a student, when she attempts to master her emerging psychic ability, thwart, and no Oxford comma, solve the mystery that embroiled her parents. Oh, that's kind of weird. So
is that a new thing? She has psychic abilities. Is that a new thing they're introducing here?
Yes. Yep.
It's a new thing because put it this way, you could probably see this. Okay, I think Netflix had a few extra Sabrina the Witch episodes.
Just gonna are we getting into Sabrina territory?
Yeah, I think they just reskinned something they already had. Let's do it with Wednesday. Why not? This doesn't necessarily have to be Addams Family. That's what I'm telling you. Which could be part of the charm, could be against it. I think it works well as people who want to see Wednesday because we grew up with the Addams Family, and so we kind of connect with the character a little easier. But it's not the same Addams Family as you know.
No, it's not. Not at all.
And I think Box, you're saying that
was a quick comment on that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a little bit part of my problem too, is that it doesn't feel like the Wednesday character that we know. It introduces
too much.
Psychic abilities. No, well, and honestly, with the
It
psychic
doesn't?
abilities, no, it does, and I wasn't too put off by that because she's an Addams. I get it. Like they kind of have a difference to them. That's fine.
Did they have a difference to them? But they had nothing that was actually supernatural about them besides
They kind of did,
technically
though.
thing.
They kind of did because they could survive a lot. They could
That
survive
was
a
a
lot. Their
TV
survivability
show.
was a
Everyone could
lot.
survive a lot. No one really died, and Jackie Gleason. You know how many times he put his wife to the moon? To the moon.
In the
He put his
second
wife to the
movie,
moon. I didn't see
in
no
the
space shoot on her.
second movie, they did kill somebody.
Oh, the second movie. No, I'm talking about the TV show. I didn't even watch the movies.
You're a terrible person.
What?
I probably am a
terrible person.
Oh, my heart just breaks right
I
now.
know.
Hearing that.
I know.
First, I didn't know there was a second movie. I knew there was like one.
There's two.
But
there's
Payne
two.
and I
It's not
started
as
watching it,
okay.
and that's what he said.
I enjoyed the second movie when it was talking about the kids. Like when the kids go to camp, that was great. Anyway,
I love that so much.
I loved both the films. I actually loved the TV show growing up. And the monsters.
Awesome, man.
Yes.
Them, yeah, right. Them
So
and
here's
Rob
the problem.
Zombie's monsters.
Here's the problem. Is that they're introducing that Wednesday hates her family. And I have a problem with that.
Why?
I never felt that she ever hated her family.
Exactly. She has a huge problem with her mother, especially. She doesn't want to end up like her mother. She loathes the fact that she has anything to do with her mother, and I found that strange.
Why?
I found it also strange that they kind of threw her into the school. Here's what I think should have happened.
Okay.
Box's rewrite. I get the script, I look at it, I say, no, that's terrible. Let me punch it up. I say, no. I say, let's say she is too involved in her family. Let's say she's becoming isolated. She doesn't want to go outside into the world. She doesn't want to do these things. She's too interested in her scorpions. She's starting to get kind of depressed, kind of withdrawn. Gomez and Morticia are worried. They say, you know what? You're coming of age now. You're going to go to the school that we went to. It doesn't have to do with her ripping off a testicle from a boy.
Spoilers.
Oh, does that happen?
That's in the first episode, like in the first 20 minutes.
No, everyone's watched the first episode. Thank you very much for spoiling.
There you go. She rips off somebody's testicle. It's fine. He's fine.
He's fine.
He's fine. He's got another one. He's got another one. He'll walk it off.
And that man turned out to be Hitler. Yeah,
it did. It was. Yeah. It was. No, I'm just kidding.
It was working for a
so then she goes to this school where her father and her mother met for the first time. They fell in love. So she gets to see all the things that her family had done, all the great things her family had done. And then she realizes oh, okay, I'm in Addams. I'm also Wednesday. I'm coming into my own. I'm going to make these own decisions for myself. And there's a mystery there, blah, 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 blah. To me, her going to the academy and finding very, I don't want to say Twilighty kids, but kind of Twilighty kids there.
It's easy to say Twilight. It's not a hard word. It's not.
It is hard. It's a hard word to say, but it's true. They have the siren kids. They have the werewolf kids. They have the vampire kids.
If you haven't watched the episode, you should probably stop now and you'll be.
These aren't huge spoilers. This is all world setup. This is just all world setup.
Quite a bit. Yeah, that feels like quite a bit to introduce into the Addams Family world where it never felt like it had all these mythical creatures and supernatural beings.
And if it were something like these are strange weirdos that are like the Addams, that maybe have their own secrets, but not in these very categorized mythological creatures. I didn't connect with that because again, you watch the Addams Family, especially the movies. You haven't seen the movies, Jim, but when they have their relationships, where are their cousin It's? Where are their like
cousin It thing? That It thing.
Yeah,
you know what?
If there's no cousin It, that's almost a deal breaker for me. He was one of my favorite characters, even though he's a very minimal character. I love Kez and It.
There's no creatures like that. It's very, like I said, these are your vampires. These are your werewolves.
Well, here we go.
So,
here we go. For Wednesday, I believe this is Netflix throwing money at people. They're throwing money at Gwendolyn Christie for whatever reason. She's deemed more money because of her obviously it's on her acting from Star Wars as Captain Phantasma, which appeared like a half a second, or her actual real good acting in Game of Thrones, and nothing really since. But that's okay. And then you have people who are great actors like Luis Guzman. I love him. He's funny. He's hysterical. You're right. He doesn't work as Gomez.
No, he doesn't. Hashtag not my Gomez.
Yeah. For me, Raul Julia is Gomez. He personifies that character.
Well, and here's the thing: is that
I remember when Luis Guzman was announced as just the controversy of his announcement as playing Gomez was huge. So
I wouldn't mind it if there had been incredible chemistry. Like I know nobody can beat Angelica Houston. She is a gorgeous Morticia. She will always be a gorgeous Morticia. I love Catherine Zeta-Jones. But if there had been more of a undying love between them, because her and Raul Julia, they had such chemistry.
You believed it.
You believed
that they
were in love. Earth.
Mm-hmm.
That he would die for her. Yes, and she would revel. She would. She loved him. Complete dom and sub.
Oh yeah.
But them in the most perfect of ways. And their mutual respect for each other. And even in the show you saw that, and it just did not translate.
Not only that, but I can't see Fred Emerson as Uncle Fester.
No,
he's not creepy enough.
No, he's not.
Who's playing Uncle Fester in the show?
Fred Armisen.
Right,
yeah. It's weird casting.
It's an SNL thing gone too long.
Yeah.
So one thing that had me excited about Wednesday's announcement was that it was being helmed by Tim Burton. So, I mean, I think Tim Burton, you think this is the perfect property for him to do. But then I saw the trailers and I saw some other stuff, and I got very on the fence about it. It feel so. That's my question. How much of this do you feel Netflix put their thumbprint on it, and then how much do you feel was actually Tim Burton's creative control? And do you think if Tim Burton had made this into a movie without Netflix, he would have done a better job and had more creative control?
No one would be casting this. They would not have had the same cast whatsoever.
No.
That's my feeling. There'll be a different casting. It would have been I'm just thinking Johnny Depp and who's the woman that does
Helena Bonham Carter.
Thank you. Yeah, it would have been them. It would have been those two, and they would have knocked it out of the park. And we would laugh, we would cry. It would have been like an hour 45, and it would have been enough. Addams Family 2.5. I guess there's like 2 other Addams Family movies, but because it's an 8 series, I think it's 8 episode series.
Mm-hmm.
It's Netflix. It's a cast that I'm guessing. I mean, individually, I love them. As an ensemble, this didn't fucking work.
I think the problem too is that they were very much gearing it towards young adolescent AFABs.
Yes, that's what it definitely comes across as.
Especially because, and this is really was my biggest point of contention, is that throughout the entire show that I saw up to, because I have not watched the whole thing, but from what I've seen...
You spoiled the whole thing. You haven't watched the whole thing yet?
I have not watched the whole thing. I've only seen up to episode 3.
And they get Grandpa. There's a Grandpa in this fucking...
Anyway, so the whole thing that kind of just... that they pegged over and over and over that really frustrated me is the not like other girls. Hashtag not like other girls. Wednesday is so different. She's just so different. Isn't she different, guys? Such a different girl.
But then when you start playing into that, it's like, Is she though?
But she is, because she plays the cello, and she does this, and
Just like she's
she has a
Umbrella Academy.
typewriter. She doesn't,
She's fucking the Umbrella Academy. This
yeah.
is like a
Yeah.
failed Umbrella Academy strip.
Now, and
It,
again, that would have been great if she had gone to the school and she had been not like other girls in a sea of not like other girls, and they
mhm.
called her out on it. That would have been clever and fun, and like, oh
Right.
yeah, get in your place, because there are other girls not like you. But she goes there, she kicks ass, they do all these school activities and whatnot, and that Wednesday Addams, she's so different, she knows how to do archery and
Right.
whatnot.
Right.
And that
Mhm.
just really bugged me, because I'm like, she's supposed to have her fail a little, like, have her fail a bit, have
Right.
her be not so special. Yes, in the world of all these, pristine bubblegum girls, yes, you are different, but throw her into this sea of outcast and you're not so different anymore. And how do you
Here,
feel about that?
I'm gonna posit
Exactly.
this. You
Okay.
watched how many episodes? 2 or 3?
3.
3 out
Yeah.
of the 8 series?
Yeah.
If they are doing this as a normal arc, she's not gonna get anything that's gonna be difficult until, like, episode 5. 'Cause it's gotta go a midpoint,
Right, but it
and they do,
should,
break into 3. You do act 3 later on, like
and
episode
I
6.
understand that, but at the same point, when she
This
goes
is
to
all
the
still fun and games,
school
man.
that should be a clear indication that she's, again, the whole thing is not like other girls. Like, it should be she gets there and she is. Is
Snapping her
somebody
fingers?
slow clapping me?
No, I
Knuckle pop.
I
Knuckle
don't
pop.
mind it. I don't mind it. But yeah, that annoyed the crap out of me. That just
yeah.
annoyed the crap out of me. And Christina Ricci is in this. Ricci is in this in a small role. I did like seeing her. She's adorable in her brown
Right.
hair. I
Well, you
loved
know
it.
what? I'm gonna say this because I need to wrap all this up.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I have feelings. I
Yeah,
have
well,
feelings.
obviously you got feelings on this show. I'm like, I am still gonna say, if you are liking Addams Family, you want nostalgia, you want to see what else is about, you like SNL skits to go for on 8 episodes for 45 minutes each, check it out.
Mm.
It's worth it. It's got some Netflix money behind it. I did really enjoy the beginning with the Nancy Reagan stuff. I think that's not exactly overly smart, but it fits. It is smart. It's not like, oh my, it's not brilliant, but it's smart, it's fun, and it's horrific. Because if you lived through the 80s, Nancy Reagan was a complete bitch.
Yeah, if you like
She
the first 3 minutes of this,
she deserves to burn in hell.
that's the end.
So that's the reality we have.
I think I'm still gonna have to give it a try, just to
Yeah,
see,
yes.
just to
Yeah.
see.
Just
I'm giving it
taste
a
it.
Just give it a
3.5 out of
taste.
5 Cthulhu's, just
Okay,
based
that's
upon
3.5.
cast strength
fair.
and everything else. Yep, try it
That's
out.
fair.
Now, with that said, let's move on to
Yes.
our
Our plugs.
plugs. I probably should have warned you before this.
I did.
T squared. What do you want to plug?
Yes. So, with the holiday season coming up, I actually came across a really cool small business called Kadi Video. That's
Wow.
KADIVIDEO. What she does is she actually is able to get rights for newer films that have come out within the more recent 2000, like late 2010s, more recent ones that have come out, like Nope, then a new
Right.
Halloween trilogy, Terrifier 2. But what she does
Nice.
is she gets these copies and these rights, and she actually converts them into VHS tapes and makes retro 80s vintage designs with them that she does
Oh,
herself. And they're really cool. So, with the holidays coming up, people looking for some
yeah.
really fun, creative gifts. I myself am a collector. Friends, family, anybody listening?
Yeah.
Hint, hint. But no, they're really cool. They're very creative. They're very colorful, and she'll even do different colored tapes to go with it. She's done limited edition box sets as well, and I believe she does it all herself. Again, she has an Instagram. I believe it's Katie Video and her website. But definitely give her a follow and go check out her stuff. She does some awesome work, and again, holidays are coming up, guys. So if you guys are looking for some fun, creative things for the horror collectors in your family or in your lives, these are awesome.
That's amazing. How do you spell it? CATIE or
Kadi. Kadi.
KADI. See, that's why we ask KADI videos. I love it. VHS, it's a soft spot for me.
It's coming back.
It is. Like I've noticed there's just been this trend of VHS collectors coming back, and when I saw that, I was like, that is fucking awesome.
That is very cool. And Box, what is your shabiggle?
So I don't know if this is going to be coming out when, because I never know when these are
next
coming
week.
out.
We come out. Yeah, this is next week. So whatever next week is.
All right. Well, it's going to be over, but
nice.
I'm going to plug the annual Trans-Stellar Film Festival. It was from November 26th to December 3rd, so you still might be able to maybe buy tickets. I don't know.
No chance.
No, I mean they can
for next year. You listen to it, you'll know about it. This is what you want to talk about. You're gonna go, wow, what should I have gone and see? This is gonna be it. You get a time machine, you jump back in that shit.
Yeah,
you can still buy tickets.
Yeah, you can probably
or kill baby Hitler.
I mean, I'm sure you could probably I don't know, they still might have some of these movies to buy stuff. I don't know. They still might have them up. Anyway. Again, so this is the Trans-Stellar Film Festival. It's a local festival over here in Detroit, celebrating trans folks and honestly a lot of LGBTQ folks. And it is a awarded festival, so you can also go see who won the awards.
Nice.
So that is
cool.
transstellarfilmfestival.com.
So that 2 S's? Trans and SS.
Transstellar
filmfestival.com.
2 S's and 2 L's.
And if you can't get into that, I would just look locally. Look for a local film festival coming near you, because there's some everywhere, and they deserve your support. And a lot of them are, like this one, are virtual, and you don't even have to get out of your house like me. You can just watch it from home.
Support local filmmakers and support indie films, especially indie horror, guys. We need more indie horror.
And this one I bought. I'm going to be reviewing some of their stuff for the website. Nice. And I got the short films horror pack, and it's been really fantastic so far.
That sounds amazing. And I am going to plug Bodies, which comes out in December. And it is our charity issue for our anthology, which is going to go to, I believe, 4, might be even 5 charities. That's going to be everything from legal issues, so abortion rights, to Emily Dickinson House, to Girls Who Code. It's a plethora. And it's going to be a great thing for Christmas. Check it out. Bodies is hitting the floors. Can I say that? Yeah. The bodies are hitting floor soon.
Bodies are going to hit.
Like Fox said, just don't sing it.
Yeah, just don't sing it.
We're going to hum it.
I'm going to be part of it. I know that Nicole's going to be part of it. Jen from our website's going to be part of it. It's going to be really cool. And if it's not, sorry, but, it's charity, man. Do it.
It is ultra cool. I've got some great notes from the pre-readers already.
All right.
So I can't wait to have it out. All right, and that is it. On behalf of myself, Jim Phoenix, and my special guest, T Squared.
Thank you so much for having me.
See? And my co-host with the West Coast host, Box Human, if that is the real name.
You mean East Coast? Yes.
Well, I don't know where you are. I'm not going to dox and box you. All right? That's our show, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
East Coast, West Coast.
Do you need help with that?
Pacific Northwest, y'all.
We hear a cat yet?
We hear a cat. CT has it.
Meow, meow.
I hear a cat.
Gizmo.